Hello. Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. Excuse my hair. This is bad hair. Let me see. Hold on. It's a little better, I guess. But I want to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about this for quite a while, ever since I heard about the movie. Coyote versus Acme. Now, this movie, ever since I first heard about it, was my anticipated movie. It was going to come out in 2023 or something, right? Then it was going to come out this year. It was one of my anticipated movies I wanted to see. Right next with Ghostbusters, the new Ghostbusters movie, and Godzilla X Kong. I really want to see those movies. Still haven't watched the new Ghostbusters yet, but I'll get to it when I get to it. But what is it? Coyote versus Acme. The BS of Warner Brothers shelving this movie because they want to do a tax write off because they feel like they're not going to get their money back, and also Warner Brothers feels like if they don't do anything. One of us is literally like this. Let's just wait until everything's died down, then we can do what we need to do for this movie. And it's not going to die down, Warner Brothers. All right? This is not going to die down. People want to see Coyote versus Acme. I want to see the movie. I haven't heard the whole synopsis of it. I haven't heard the whole story of it. And I want to watch it. Just because I got spoiled with the story and I know what's going to happen in the movie does not mean that I don't want to watch it. I'm literally when I heard about the script and hearing about the story in the movie, like what was happening and stuff like I can literally visualize what was happening. I'm like, yo, that shit's funny. I want to see that shit on the fucking goddamn screen. I don't care if it's a small screen or big screen. You know, Warner Brothers. I say this right now. I barely go to the movie theaters now. I really wanted to go to movie theaters with Godzilla X Kong. I just didn't have the time to do it. Um, but but if you release Coyote versus Acme in the theaters, I will force myself to go to the theaters. I don't care. I will literally force myself. I don't care if I have to piss people off. I will force myself to go to the theater just to give you my money because I literally want to watch that movie so fucking bad. You know? And there's other companies around here that want to pay for Warner Brothers for this movie to get released. And Warner Brothers is basically saying, yeah, no, because at first that's the thing. Warner Brothers is fucking with people. Um, they're like, yeah, we're gonna shelf this movie, and then other people are like, oh, wait, let's buy it off of you. Okay, basically, at first they were like, but then now they're like, nah, we're not because we feel like we're not gonna get our money back, and we don't want you to advertise it anyways, and we don't want to advertise it either. And it's almost like you really are trying really hard to not have this movie out. It's almost like this movie's good, and you're like, yeah, fuck it, we're gonna. And the thing is, the new CEO, this is his excuse. Oh, we're gonna reset. Okay, that's fine if you're gonna reset, but look at all the content that your guys. I mean, look at all the content that your people are making. Seriously, when you delete content like that, you know how much money you just wasted right there just by making it. And most people be like, well, a lot of these companies, they always make something, then they drop it off, and then they lose a lot of money, but then they get it back later on. And Warner Brothers has been around since the 30s, so there's no excuse for them to be like, oh, we can't afford this, motherfucker. You've been around since the 30s. That's like the Disney company saying that, oh, we can't afford this, and I'm like, you guys been around since the 20s, so you saying you can't afford it is fucking bullshit. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Paramount is literally saying, yo, let us promote it. And one of the brothers is just like, nah. And out of all the studios that could take the advantage of help bring this movie to light or bring it out there, is Paramount. I would love for Paramount to do that, because it makes sense, with the whole, it just makes sense because they used to do obviously cartoon stuff, so did Universal. But I think Paramount is more better for the home of Acme versus Coyote versus Acme. They could release the movie, but Warner Brothers can still get the movie, and Paramount will get the money too, but not most likely not as much as Warner Brothers, because you know how Warner Brothers is right now with this movie. They're crying and begging like a fucking child. So most likely Paramount's looking at them. They're like, you get all of this and we get a little bit of it, so that way you don't have to fucking complain. Now I'm sure Paramount probably does want to do that because when you're a company, you want to go 50-50. But if there's a company that's acting like a little bitch and you really know that they have a good movie on their hands, and you're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Do I need to fucking help you? Are you handicapped? Are you handicapped? Because if you are, then just give me all your freaking properties anyways at this point. You know? And I'm pointing this out before, well, plenty of people point this out before. Some people say that, well, inside Warner Brothers, they feel like the movie won't be selling well or won't make monies because they thought they literally said Looney Tunes 2 didn't make nothing for us. So why should we release this one? So why'd you make a Coyote versus Acme movie? That's the biggest question that I have with you guys. If you knew that if you did not want this movie to come out because you saw Space Jam 2 and you're like, oh, no one doesn't care about the Looney Tunes, then why the fuck you made a movie of Marvel of Coyote versus Acme? See, that doesn't make fucking sense. That doesn't make sense at all. You hate Space Jam 2 because it didn't make money, and then you're gonna say, oh, no one doesn't care about the Looney Tunes movie. I mean Looney Tunes anymore. But yet you're gonna make another Looney Tunes movie in the side. And then there's another Looney Tunes movie that's being made also with Porky Pig and um Daffy Duck. And I haven't watched it. I do want to see it because it looks beautiful and the animation looks beautiful too. I would definitely want to see that. I don't think that one has been canceled at all. I don't think that one has been canceled. But if you didn't cancel that, why are you going to cancel this one? Because it's live action? Wasn't Isn't animation more expensive? Well, it depends, I guess, right? Especially if it's hands-on animation. Good God. Your studios don't want to spend that much time anymore on that. Mainly because they really haven't updated the idea of how to do hands-on animation. They're still thinking of the old type of style. And they're like, we can't update that. We got to use computers. And I'm over here like, no, you guys just haven't figured out how to adapt the hand-drawn style to evolve it more to what it should be, basically. You know, that's why some people praise the Spider Verse the way that looks like, even though it's not really hand drawn animation, but it looks like it could be. You know, um, but still, that's still computer generated. Not to say they never use computer generated for other cartoons and stuff like that. They've kind of allowed. They've done it with the Who Framed Roger Rabbit shorts when Disney was making the shorts back in the early '90s, I believe. But yo, again, I cannot praise those shorts enough, guys. You should watch those shorts. I am dead serious. It is that good. It's that good. It's that detailed. It's pretty funny too. But the animation is beautiful. Good God, it does like those Roger Rabbit shorts does remind you of Warner Brothers cartoon. It really does, and it's made by Disney. I was even joking saying that would it be funny if Disney saved this movie and then we get like a whole new renaissance of Disney shit because they grabbed a Warner Brothers movie. That's just me goofing around and just thinking. I'm like, oh, wouldn't that be kind of swell? But I want to see this movie, man. Look, I'll say this right now. As a kid, I love Coyote and Roadrunner, obviously, but I wasn't a big fan as them when I was a kid. Not as much I was a fan with Bugs Bunny, Daffy, and other characters. But then I grew up, obviously, and then when I was a teenager, I loved Coyote and Roadrunner a little bit more. And now, since I'm an adult, I'm 30 years old, I just love everything about Looney Tunes. I just love everything about Looney Tunes. Not that long ago, I watched the original shorts of Tom and Jerry because it was just classics. And when I was watching the beginning episodes of Tom and Jerry when it first started, I'm looking at those episodes. I'm like, holy shit! I think I watched every Tom and Jerry episode then. Holy shit! And there's a lot of Tom and Jerry shorts. So so me feeling like I watched all of them is pretty crazy. Even the ones that people don't like. Before what was it before Chuck Jones took it over. I feel like I watched all of that, which is crazy. But going back to Marvel versus Acme, I mean Marvel versus Acme, Coyote versus Acme. No, that would be a good title. Marvel versus Acme. Put it all. No, Coyote versus Acme. The story makes fucking sense. Coyote takes Acme to court because all the stuff that he's using are not working for him, and that is hilarious as fuck. There's also been a theory out there years ago that the stuff that Coyote uses, they do work. It's just that they don't work for him. They work because when the traps happen, it works because it's happening to him. It's just not happening to Roadrunner. You know, people have pointed that out, saying that no, the traps from Acme, what Coyote's using, does work. It's just it fails for Coyote. You know, he has the opposite of Toon Force, basically. If you ever want to know what's the opposite of Toon Force, look at Wire Coyote. You know, and if you want to know Toon Force, look at Bugs Bunny or Popeye. You know, those are great two examples. But yeah, anti Toon Force is still pretty strong when you really think about it. I mean, you the only thing that's happening to you is that you do something and it blows up in your face. That's really it. That's anti Toon Force basically. So hey, I don't know if that's even a war that people made up, but hey, you heard it here. So anti Toon Force people. That's why I'm saying it right now. But these 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 characters that we all know and love from Looney Tunes, man, they deserve so much better. They do. They deserve so much better. And people that voices these characters, they care about these characters. They care about how they portray them. They care how the new generation should see these Looney Tunes characters. And I want the new generation to see how um Looney Tunes really is. And the best way to let them see that is Coyote versus Acme, not freaking Space Jam 2. I've been pointing this out, guys. A few, past videos ago, that Looney Tunes are not supposed to like each other. Looney Tunes characters, there's like probably two or three Looney Tunes characters that you're supposed to resonate to, but then everyone else are just dicks and assholes, and you're not supposed to care for them or laugh at or laugh at what they're doing, basically. Because the only one that's relatable is Elmer Fudd, Porky Pig. And even then, Elmer Fudd, his original design, he was still a dick until what we know of him now, basically. Um, but Porky Pig has always been the same. He's always been that um a character you can put yourself in, the everyman. He's the everyman, and that's fine. You always need a character like that, and Porky Pig fits perfectly in that role. And the fact that making a Looney Tunes movie with Porky Pig and Daffy Duck again, I'm just like, yes, yes, please. Because those two dynamic characters, when I was a little kid, when you put them together, at first I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that could work. And then I see it played out, and I'm all like, this shit is funny as fuck. This is Abbott and Costello type shit, and this is great. You know? Um, I just love it. And that's why a lot of people love the Duck Dodgers of those. I should probably watch those again. I haven't watched them in years, but I know a lot of people love them. Hey man, I know I'm probably should talk about Marvel. I mean, I keep saying Marvel. I don't know why. I think I have Marvel in my head. Hey, who knows? Maybe Disney will get this movie, Coyote versus Acme. Wouldn't it be funny though? Disney gets it, and then they release it, and it shows the Marvel banner, Disney logo. And then after that, you see the Warner Brothers logo appears with the DC logo popping out of it. Just funny shit, man. Oh man. The fact that I'm laughing at this and having fun with it, this is ideas that you should put in a movie, man. Just because you could do it and it will make it funny. You know, that's one of the reasons why I love the Chip and Dale movie, and so many people hated that movie, and I love that movie. I don't get the hate for that movie, man. I really don't. And it's funny too because I've started noticing this too, which is bullshit. People talk shit about the Chip and Dale movie, the live action one, basically, when it's basically like Roger Rabbit type stuff, which this movie was going to be, which I'm always for. If you're going to make a movie like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, yes, 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 I'm always all for that, because to me, it's always going to be in that universe of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I don't give a fuck if anyone disagrees. I don't care if people disagree with me. The Tom and Jerry movie that just came out not that long ago is in the same universe as Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The Chip and Dale movie that came out not that long ago is in the same universe as Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And no one cannot tell me no, because that is my universe. And Coyote versus Acme is in that same universe, baby. Alright, seriously. Uh, I just, hopefully, I don't want to say hopefully, because when I say hope is not going to do shit. I'm dead serious. Do people hope to win during a fucking World War II? No, they fucking did it. You know? Seriously. Might sound rude or fucked up, but I gotta stop saying hope. I'm dead serious. Maybe I should play Final Fantasy 13 again. And hate hope uh, again. But it's going back. Um, so are you guys looking forward to this movie? You know, were you looking forward to this movie? You know, me, I was dying to just see this movie so bad because everything that I've heard from it, I just wanted to see it. You know, and then going back to what I said earlier, these Looney Tunes characters are not supposed to care for one another, man. They're supposed to be dicks to each other. They're supposed to not care for one another. For crying out loud, Bugs Bunny is that type of person. Sorry, Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is that type of person that will flirt with you, have fun with you, and then stick a dynamite in your pants. He won't. He would not. And not to say he won't. And not to say he doesn't do that. To some characters, of course. To like that little penguin that he hanged out with. Not that. I mean, he didn't do nothing to that penguin, you know. But and then there's some episodes of Bugs Bunny when he's actually going after somebody. You know, like that episode when he's when when uh when there's like a gremlin and stuff like that. It's one of my favorite Looney Tunes episodes. But even though you question why 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 is Bugs Bunny in this short? It would be more sense if it was, you know, Elmo Fudd or maybe Daffy Duck, which Daffy Duck with that gremlin in that, if that short was a Daffy Duck episode instead of um a Bugs Bunny episode, I think it would be more funny, more accurate to what it's supposed to be. But not to say it's not a bad Bugs Bunny short. It's one of the best shorts of Bugs Bunny. But I feel like it should have been either an Elmo Fudd short or a Daffy Duck short. Mostly Daffy Duck though. But still, that short is great. Anything else I could talk about with the whole Acme movie? I feel sorry for the actors. That the actors that put like I heard John Cena was in this movie, and I heard that he was a villain, and I'm over here like a movie that John Cena is the villain. Yeah, I watched that shit. Like, you know, and Five Cold Leghorn is probably in it too. You know, like it's just like there's so many things that I've heard about this movie that I'm just like, oh god, I want to see this. I want to see it on the big screen. I want to see it somehow. You know, and I saw a comment on a video about talking about Coyote versus Acme. Someone pointed out, I don't know if this is true, but someone pointed out that if Warner Brothers puts this um in the shows for tax and all that shit, wouldn't that consider public domain? Which I'm over here like, they're not wrong, but is it a factual fact? It's just something that you got to question, you know, because some things that we don't really think about, you know, and if that is true, you know how many movies that were shelved that can literally be coming out now? Seriously, imagine we found out today that all the movies that's been shelved are now public domain, and we could have, and all of us could have just watched it, and it could have got released. You know how crazy that crazy would have been. You know, how pissed off some people would have been. Seriously, pissed off some people would have been all because a rich man needs money for his yacht, and all these animators and all these voice um actors that do the voice animation, they want to spend time with their families and shit like that. Animation and voicing animated characters, it doesn't make that much money. It makes money, but not as much. You have to do it. You have to do it more because you love it, right? I remember telling some people, doing anime voice acting is not going to give you a lot of money. What do you think? Some actors, when they do it, like high profile actors, celebrities, and shit like that, when they do action movies and all that, then when they do something low budget, like a video game voice, and they don't get that money, they'll be like, oh, well, this game made that type of money, so I should get that type of money in return. And it's almost like, no, what the fuck's wrong with you? What the fuck's wrong with you? You don't make a movie. You don't say that about a movie. Of course you don't, because the studios would look at you and fucking laugh at you. We're not giving you we're not giving you the whole fucking money of the movie that we have. Are you stupid? We're giving you what we pay. What we're giving you what we want you to pay. I mean, we're giving you the money that we're paying you for. All right, because this is how much you are worth. We're not giving you that. We're not giving you the amount of money that the video game got. Sorry, that's for us. That's not for you. The only thing that goes to you is a little bit of a paycheck. And that's from us, not from that. That's from us. A little thank you, basically, for walking with us, basically. You know, that's why the whole voice acting with Tommy from GTA Vice City, like that voice actor and Rockstar, they butted heads a lot, mainly because he and it's funny too, because some of these voice actors, when they do stuff like this, high profile or celebrities, they make fun of it. And I'm over here like, if you make fun of it, then why are you a part of this to begin with? You call this child shit and then all and bullshit, and yet you still be a part of it. It's like saying, "Oh, Looney Tunes is for kids." Like you have a high profile celebrity that's saying, "Oh, Looney Tunes is for kids," when we all know Looney Tunes is not for kids. That's like saying the earlier SpongeBob episodes from season 1 to 3 are for kids. No, they're not. Still to this day, I would still say SpongeBob was not for kids. All right, for crying out loud, the people that made Red and Stimpy made SpongeBob, not the creator. It's just the creative team, the staff, and the animators and stuff like that. Yes. All right. So there's more. There goes a lot more deeper to that, but that should be another story for another day. I just want to talk about some stuff there with animation and stuff like that because I've seen some pictures of what Coyote looks like in this movie, and he looks good. He looks good. He does. He does. He looks really, really good. He did that show, show. I mean, the shading, cartoon shading that you see in um, what is it in modern cartoon movies that are live action. Basically, you see it in a Tom and Jerry movie, and you also saw it in the Chip and Dale movie. I like that type of style. Even though in the Chip and Dale movie they did different types of art styles, which is creative as fuck. I like that. I love that they did the whole Gunball adventure of Gumball aspect, like different types of art styles all in one. I've always wanted that. I always had it resonated with that. That always resonated with me. I always wanted a video game that was like that, in my opinion. But moving on. The fact that this company is willing to throw this movie away is bullshit. This movie should not be thrown away. This movie should not be forgotten. If this movie never comes out, Warner Brothers will never hear the end of it. From me, at least. They will never hear the end of it. This movie, Warner Brothers, we want to see Coyote versus Acme. We want to see it. We're willing to throw money at you to do it. Don't be Nintendo and don't be like Nintendo when we want to throw money at you and Nintendo's just like, nah, forget you. We don't want to bring this shit. Why would we? I mean, it's old. Why should we bring these new games back? Here's this new game. Don't you want to play the newer games? All right, sorry about that, guys. People calling me from other places, from California for no reason. I think that's Warner Brothers. Uh, oh shit! A missed call for Warner Brothers. They're probably going to give me Coyote versus ACME. I got you guys. Yo, if that ever happened, I would literally fucking release that shit to the wild. People have been talking about, trying to find a way to grab this movie and throw it out to the public, like they did with the SpongeBob movies, Sandy Cheeks movie that recently came out not that long ago. Um, I have heard that new SpongeBob movie, the Sandy Cheeks one. I heard it wasn't that finished, so when we did saw it, it was like not as complete as it should be. But from what I've heard from Matt, also when it officially does come out, what's supposed to come out, it'll be fine. But I already seen the movie anyways, so I don't think I have to. I mean, I could see it again. Oh shit, I could see it again, and I don't mind seeing it again. uh, that's probably one of the only. Well, there's like two. Well, now three SpongeBob movies that I won't mind watching back to back. So sorry about that, but moving on. This this movie um needs to come out, man. It needs to come out. It has to come out. You wasted all this money to make this movie. You're not going to release it just because you think you're going to just be. That's the thing, man. Like it boggles my mind that you will literally, like, going back to what I said. I don't want to repeat myself, but like I said before, you make you make a Space Jam movie, does make money, but then you go right off make these other Looney Tunes projects. And you always hear saying that no one doesn't care about Looney Tunes, but yet you're still making them. That's very hypocritical, and it's not consistent of what you're saying. Oh, we don't. Oh, you don't care about Looney Tunes. Meanwhile, still making Looney Tunes. The reason you're acting this way, Warner Brothers, is because you know exactly the backlash you're going to fucking get, and none of us is not going to forget about that shit. We are not going to forget what you did to this movie. We will never forget. Release this movie, man. Release Coyote versus ACME. Release it. And I don't give a shit if someone in Hollywood is just like, you're not going to release it, Warner Brothers? Okay. No, now it's up in the public. I put it on Twitter. You can't do anything. I want to give a shit. I want to give a shit. I wouldn't. Because at least it's out there for people to fucking goddamn see now. Because it's art. It's creativity that should be there. And now it's not there all because you're missing a few bucks. Wow. Again, going back, Warner Brothers. You've been around since the fucking goddamn 30s. You're not bleeding out money like Square Enix. Even Disney's bleeding out money, and they don't care. They don't care if they're bleeding out money. So I don't know why you're acting this way, Warner Brothers. It must be really, really bad in Warner Brothers if you're not acting the way Disney's acting in a way, business wise. Because you know how some studios waste a lot of money, but then they're like, that's like $5 for us. That's how it should be for Warner Brothers. I don't know why it's then acting. I don't know why they're not acting this way. You know, do I have to go back to Godzilla -1? Are you guys still scared of Godzilla -1? We should be, because at this point, like I said before, with video games and movies, all of these video games and movies should literally be about 10 million or 15 million, and that's it. Higher than that, 25, okay, cool. But once you get to like 100 digits, you lost me. You lost me. You lost me. Because there's no reason why you're going to make a 100 or $300 million game when you can literally make a $15 million game and get back and get everything back from that. That's why people always pointing out with these games, stop trying to be like Hollywood. And Hollywood is trying to be like a video game. Have you noticed that? It's Twilight Zone here. We have Twilight Zone syndrome here right now, man. And this movie, I would love to see how the live action characters reacted to the Looney Tunes characters, man. Especially with Coyote and um especially with Coyote talking with Acme, even though he's not going to talk. I'll say this right now. I've never been a big fan of Wire Coyote talking. His cousin, fine, he can talk. I don't care, but I don't think Wire Coyote should talk. That episode when he did talk with Bugs Bunny, I'm over here like that should have been an episode for his cousin, the one with the red nose. Coyote has black nose. His cousin, which is a wolf, has a red nose. A coyote and a wolf are cousins, but they still have the same design. Oh man. Uh, I mean that's what from what I've heard. Maybe they're all both coyotes, but from what I can remember, White Coyote's cousin's a wolf. And then he goes after sheep and stuff like that. So which makes sense. Not to say a coyote wouldn't do that, but the team did their research with animal stuff basically. So not all the time, but when they do, they get it right. So, man, it's just knowing that this movie, knowing that this movie could be shelved forever, just because this company feels like it's not worth it, is a shame. It is. Now, I'm not saying it hasn't happened to other movies before, but it's still a shame. You know, this movie should see the light of day. It should. It should see the light of day. And if it doesn't, I guarantee you, someone in Warner Brothers or someone is gonna fucking leak it because everyone's talking about it and everyone wants to see it. And I guarantee you, people that have been biting in the bits for other people to see it, they're gonna be like, "Fuck it, I'm risking my job. Let's leak it." You never know if someone in the higher ranks of Warner Brothers has it, and they be like, sometimes things get passed around, and then it goes to someone that they weren't suspecting, and then they're like, you know. So hey, it happens. It happens with product that we like, and then they make it into shit. So why not happen? So why not happen to a product that they don't care about and they want to throw away, and then they give it to somebody, and then they leak it out, and everyone's happy except for the company itself, which is a good day. It's a good day in the CHUCKY house, in my opinion. So I think that's it, guys. That's really it. That's all I have to really think about. What I have to say about this movie. Hope I got to take that word out of my fucking vocabulary. Fuck hope. Seriously, I have to take that fucking word out of my fucking vocabulary, man. I'm fucking tired of saying that shit. Seriously. Uh, Pissing myself off here. And I don't even want to say hopefully either. Hopefully, because that's still fucking saying hope. So, uh, stop saying hope. Stop saying hope. God. So who knows? Maybe eventually someone will see this, leak it, or throw money at Warner Brothers so they can shut the fuck up and then release this. Something has to be done. Something has to be done. That's just me, man. Something just has to be done. And if this movie doesn't see the light of day, Warner Brothers is going to get the hammer on a lot of people. And I won't be surprised if people will just be like, yeah, I'm done with you. For kind of loud, you just released a Suicide Squad game and no one didn't care about that. You think Warner Brothers was? You think Warner Brothers is doing this to the Coyote versus Acme stuff because of what happened with the Suicide Squad game, Justice League versus Suicide Squad? Do you think that could be possible? Could be possible. I won't be surprised if I am right. I won't be surprised if I am wrong too. There could be so many possibilities of why Warner Bros. Just wants to fucking get rid of this shit. And not get rid of it in a good way to be like, oh yeah, I just want the movie to get out there. Get rid of it as in like, yeah, we don't care for it, so you shouldn't either. So shut up. That's why I have a problem with these type of companies, man. When we want to see something and these people are like, what are you talking about? That doesn't exist. That it's the same complaint that I have with Disney when they don't release all the Mickey Mouse shorts and all the Oswald Lucky Rabbit shorts. Like, why are they now on Disney Plus? Oh, because there's some racist innuendos and stuff like that. Put a fucking label on it, then, you dumb motherfucker. You even had the option for people that own Disney Plus. You even gave them the option of like, do you want to watch mature stuff, or do you want to make sure you don't watch mature stuff? And if you pick either one, here's a code they could put so you can make sure that no one doesn't go to that other content that you don't want your kids to see, or you could do that parental control so your kids when they do go on Disney Plus they don't have to figure out the controls and everything like that. You could just be like, put the password in, they don't know the password, and you're good. So what happened with that? At least with Warner Brothers, when they, even though they have a problem with this too right now with their censored cartoons, when at least at the time they acknowledge with the Golden Collection, they acknowledge, yes, this was a part of this time and all that shit. But Disney is apparently allergic to say that. Because if they say it, that is literally them admitting to everything that, yes, we are racist. That's nothing new. WWE is racist. Everyone knows WWE is racist as fuck. Uh, all of these companies that have been around since the 30s and 70s and 60s and shit, they're all fucking racist, guys. They are racist. All of them are racist. Right? Sorry. Sorry that maybe your favorite animator was probably racist, Like one of your favorite animators from Looney Tunes, Don't be surprised. Just because they don't say it, they put them in the cartoons. And they do say, hey, the reason we put this in the cartoons is because we didn't know how to represent these characters or these people, and this is what they were being represented at this time. So since we didn't know about a lot of their culture or a lot about them, we just used what we saw around us. So we put it together, which is true. That does happen, but don't be surprised if they said that just to sweep things under the rug. You know. So that's also something to think about, also. All right, because a lot of people always want to go to the not the defense, to the negative side a lot, instead of looking at other things that could have happened. Because we weren't there. And it's the same thing with the Coyote versus Acme. We weren't there at Warner Brothers to know why Warner Brothers really made this decision. Yes, we've heard about it and we've seen articles about it and all that stuff, but that could be a fake too. They could probably just be saying this just to get a rise out of people, just to see how people will react to this movie. And it's working. I think for the people at Warner Brothers that feel like, hey, let's see what people react to it. And some people saw this and they're probably like, oh, well, I guess if people really want to see it, we should release it. Then other people are like, nah, man, we gotta get that tax money back, baby. While other ones in the background are like, you don't fucking need it, you dumb idiot. You're rich as it is. Didn't you just got like didn't you just got $500 million not that long ago? So what the fuck is your excuse? Oh wait, that's right. You don't want to spend your money to release this movie. See, when business people use their own money out of their own pocket, that's how you know they care. When they use the company money, like Vince McMahon did, you get in trouble. Because you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to use company money to do other shit for your needs. You're supposed to do that for your own money that you get from your job, not the money from the job that needs to be there so it can stay afloat and pay the fucking light bill. You know? Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. So this is a CHUCKY signing off. I know I went too long in a tangent and all that. I know you guys love that stuff, but hey, I guess I had to do it for Coyote versus Acme. I love Looney Tunes so fucking much. I love Looney Tunes, man. I do. I love Looney Tunes. I even love the Censor 11. I love those Censor shorts. Seriously. My favorite Censor short, if you're going to tell me what's my favorite Censor short, is literally, Cold Black and the Exceeding Dwarves. That short is, for some reason, if you watch that short, it goes fast as fuck. It feels like it's 4 minutes long, but it's like 8 minutes or 7 minutes long, and you over here like, it just, the animation's so fast and quick, and you already hear like, this is almost over. But when you watch a regular Looney Tunes short, you already hear like, huh, is it almost done? Oh, okay, it's getting there, you know. But with that short, you'd be like, once it ends, you'd be like, wait a minute, that was it? That was 7 minutes? Because it goes so fast, and the animation is beautiful and sexy, by the way. All right, seriously. What was it called? What was it? Snow White? Oh, Cold Black, basically. Jesus, fine as fuck. Sexy animation, seriously. Like we talked about Jessica Rabbit having sexy animation. That one is nice. Over there shaking her ass and shit like that. It was ahead of its time. Especially the end of the short too, when she's she gets kissed by one of the soldiers, and then the guy's like, "Yo, man, what makes um what was it? Damn, man, what does that guy do that makes you so hot?" Basically, and then the soldier was like, "Now that is a military secret," and then kisses the girl, and the girl's ponytails goes up and everything like that, symbolizing horniness and stuff like that. You know, this short, literally, that short that I'm mentioning, literally hinted that these characters all had sex with each other. And I'm like, you're like, one Looney Tunes. Da 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 da. Don't forget the fuck, basically. And I'm like, and that short was for World War II. You know, a lot of people always talk about, oh, why they make these animated shorts so sexual for the war people? It's because they haven't seen a woman. You know, you know those classic posters that had a sexy woman riding a freaking nuclear bomb and stuff like that. There's even a Harley Quinn one. I've seen that one. I would love to have that in my up that in my wall. But nowadays people use animated chicks, animated characters, animated chicks. Like for example, like if I put Nami from One Piece up on my wall, or Nico Robin, oh god, up on a wall, people will laugh at that. Basically, they'll be like, "Oh, grow up." But if you had an atomic bomb poster from way back during World War One and Two, it's fine. I'm over here like, what's the difference? It's still the same shit, you idiots. You know, and some people had cartoony ones, while other ones had real life pictures, but it still meant the same thing. And I'm over here like, so it's okay during World War One and Two, but it's not okay now. I don't know. That's just a side thing. But I just wanted to mention that what was my favorite short of the Censor 11 and how I thought about it real quick. But that was just a little bonus for you guys if you stuck around with the video long enough. So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and release Coyote versus Acme.